Hey, what's up mortals, it's ArchaicNexus here. And before we get into today's video, there's something I've got to say. I'd like to let you all know that we have our merch store. Some of the items in it are only available for a limited amount of time, so if you're interested, go into the description and check it out. Each purchase allows us to make more content. Now, with that out of the way, let's get into the video. This story takes place between 1500 to 2500. In this deep dive, we'll be going over King. The earliest we know of King is when he was young, he played lots of games, entering multiple video game tournaments that he won. Then the next time we learn something about him, his origin is 1.5 to 3 years before the start of the series, where he was attacked by a monster, but was ultimately saved by Saitama, who was still training to become stronger. Side note, this was also the incident that gave King his iconic scar on his face. Although King was saved this time by Saitama, this wouldn't be the only time. He was saved 5 more times, where each time he was given the credit for Saitama's axe. Hearing of King's supposed immense strength, the Hero Association made him an S-class hero, where King didn't even need to take the hero exam. After this, King would continue to take credit and get paid for others' acts. The first actual glimpse we get of King in the series is when he goes out to buy a game and gets the credit for killing Vaccine Man. We then see him at the meeting to prepare the S-class heroes for the oncoming alien threat. Where at the meeting he says nothing, and when the attack starts at A City, he simply looks on at it for a little bit and then leaves doing nothing to help. We next see King during the King arc, where we see him going for a walk in M City encountering a purse snatcher. Where luckily for King, the villain is so scared that he cowers on his knees after realizing who King is, begging for forgiveness. Then the people around King start briefly mobbing him before King leaves to carry on with his shopping. Although, King wasn't able to carry on with his business for long, when another monster shows up coming specifically to kill King. Since King isn't powerful at all, he claimed that he couldn't perform at full strength unless he went to the bathroom first. Once getting to the bathroom, King starts hyperventilating, freaking out, and then running home in fear. Luckily for everyone, Geno shows up and defeats the monster. Once King gets home, he starts to relax, but is then surprised by Saitama being in his apartment. King tries to scare off Saitama by stating his reputation, and when this doesn't work, he plays a fighting game with Saitama. While they play, Saitama questions King about running away. But before he can answer, a demon-level giant Chrome tries to attack King in his apartment. Saitama saves King, learning the truth, where King then realizes that Saitama was the one who saved him all those years ago. Before Saitama leaves, he asks King if pretending to be a hero was fun. King said it wasn't, and he didn't have the guts to decide whether to quit or not, where then Saitama says he might come over to play games, and then leaving. We then don't see King for a while until he goes over to Saitama's to get back his game console. King was then later called to the Hero Association to defend Narinki and his son, but claims he was busy and doesn't end up going. We then see him hanging out with Saitama, giving him some advice about being a hero, lifting Saitama's spirits, and then Garo spots them attempting to attack King, but Saitama kicks him into a wall, knocking him out. They later go home and play some games where King completely crushes Saitama. Although they aren't able to play long since King gets an emergency help request, they go help. Once they arrive, King lures the Elder Centipede to him, where then Saitama then uses a serious punch to defeat the centipede and to get his stress out on the monster. After defeating Elder Centipede, they bring the other heroes that were at the scene, that being Bang, Bomb, and Genos. Later though, when eating, King accidentally gets knocked out, leaving in the morning to go home. Although before he can get home, King is confronted by some other Hero Association workers who think King was fighting monsters all night because of the stains on his shirt, plus the fact that he was in Z City. King is then escorted by the workers to the Hero Association headquarters, where King is then briefed on the situation and their plans, and get Bang and Bomb to meet up with him at Saitama's apartment. Sadly though, when King gets there, Saitama isn't there, and only Bang, Bomb, Fubuki, and King leave to attack the Monster Association's headquarters. Once in the Monster Association's HQ, King gets separated from the rest of the group and accidentally scares a monster to death. King then later meets up with other S-class heroes and for a time was left alone to fight Black Sperm, evil natural water, and homeless emperor. King bluffed until the other heroes arrived and defeat the monsters, having King then run away. The next we really see him, King is out eating and Atomic Samurai challenges him to a battle. King is able to bluff his way out of the fight by claiming there would be lots of casualties, and then quickly leaves after talking a little more with Atomic Samurai. After King's near fight with Atomic Samurai, he goes to Bang's dojo requesting to be trained and telling Bang that he isn't actually strong. Although Bang doesn't believe him, suggesting he gets trained by his brother Bomb, and King then leaves, giving up on becoming stronger. Sadly though, that's all we have on King's story as of writing this. King appears as a tall, lean man with blue eyes, slicked back blonde hair, with a set of 3 vertical scars over his left eye. When in battle, King looks calm, giving off an intimidating aura, although he's typically a coward. His bluffing is so good he was able to make dragon-level monsters hesitate, and when challenged to a battle with Atomic Samurai, he was able to get him to surrender without fighting. He also does have a caring side, caring for Saitama's well-being, just being a good friend for him. Even though King isn't strong or anything, he still wishes to become strong and really be a hero, although when he tried to learn at various dojos, he was rejected by all of them. King doesn't have any notable power or abilities, but people are just scared or respect him because of his reputation. Although he isn't strong, he is actually really good at video games, being able to beat 30 consecutive people at games when Saitama signed a contract without reading it. King does have some moves that are considered his signature or special moves, one being strong heartbeats or King's engine, where there's a rumbling sound that intimidates others, but it's really just King's heart beating rapidly out of fear, anxiety, or other uneasiness. King also has his fighting style called King Style, where he bluffs and gives off an intimidating aura, being able to one-time scare a monster to death and get Atomic Samurai to surrender before they fought. This style also consists of 3 parts, that being King's facial expression, where he makes it intimidating, King's hand, where he places his hand on his opponent's shoulder to intimidate them even more, and King's brain, where he thinks of strategies to quickly scare his opponents. King also has 2 other techniques, one being the ultimate Hellfire wave motion cannon, where King just shouts the name repeatedly to scare or intimidate his enemies, imagining in his head that he's shooting a laser, and second, the ultimate fleeting technique, backwards B-dash, where King just runs away from his opponent. King also has ridiculous luck, getting so much credit he became an S-class hero just by being in the right places at the right time, or wrong depending on your point of view. As well, when he's at a monster attack, he's lucky enough for someone else to always take it down before he gets the credit. Another thing King has is an overwhelming presence because of his reputation and his ability to frighten or intimidate monsters and villains alike, where with a combination of this and his luck, he's able to stay alive all the time. Side note, King also has a perfect score from the Heroes Association rating, getting a perfect 80, where Saitama only got a 36. Although keep in mind, King never did the exams like Saitama. The association just made him a hero and gave him that score because of his supposed actions. Thank you all so much for watching this video to the end, we really appreciate it. Now just a few more quick things I'd like to go over. First, in case you didn't hear the first time, gotta let you guys know, we have a merch store. Now some of these items are only available for a limited amount of time, so if you're interested, please go into the description box and check it out. Each purchase helps us to make more content. Second, I'd like to thank our $5 and up Patreon supporters for helping us to fund these videos. Guys, we really appreciate it and we wouldn't be able to do this without you. Lastly, on behalf of We the Celestials, I'd like to thank the writer and the editor for this video. Their details are going to be in the description box down below. And finally, if you're a voice actor, editor, or writer, or you're interested in becoming any of those, go to the Discord that's in the description box of this video. Hit up the head of one of those departments. We're always looking for members to join us. Now that's it for us from today's video, so thank you all for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're interested, and hit that like button if you liked the video. Until next time, peace out, mortals. Have an amazing day.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true.